Hey guys, Ben here with BitBoy Crypto and Quinn with Mid-Earth Crypto here. We made the trip out here to CIS in Los Angeles. What have you thought about the conference?
It's been nice. I liked Tim Draper was probably my favorite speaker of the whole event. He had a lot of good things to say about governments competing for citizens instead of businesses like they do in a free market economy, and that was a really interesting thought. He also had a cool thing, an idea for how to tax Bitcoin, and that was through microtransactions. So those two concepts were my favorite takeaways from the conference.
Wow, that's really great. I unfortunately missed Tim Draper. I didn't get out here in time to catch that yesterday morning. But I thought it's been a very interesting conference since I've been out here. Talked to a lot of very interesting people. But we want to say a big special thank you to Tron for sponsoring us to come out here. Tron's doing big things. You guys check out their website. Tron something. You guys know the Tron website. Tron.network. You guys be for real. Y'all know the Tron website. Tron has been doing a lot of work with us, sponsoring us to go to different events and talk and get to network and talk to all kinds of different people. So, definitely big shout out to them. So, we're actually going to show a couple interviews that we did. One you did yesterday.
Yeah, so givebitcoin.io. I was more so thinking about it as a way to ease new people into receiving Bitcoin, just as a way to not have to deal with private keys and stuff. So that was interesting. I'm going to be using it for Christmas, just giving gifts to family and locking up some Bitcoin. And you interviewed Fio?
Yes, Fio. Fio, basically what they're doing is they're getting rid of the traditional way that public addresses are done. So we're going to simplify the way that you send money to different addresses. They're working with a lot of different wallets, including the Edge wallet, the Bread wallet, also Coinami, so all kinds of good wallets. And what they're doing is you can kind of look at it similarly to like what HTTP did for the internet. Like there's a whole protocol behind that. People don't know, they don't understand, they don't care about. All they know is to plug the address in. So with Fio, they're trying to do the same thing with public addresses. So we thought that these were two of the coolest companies that were here because they're really trying to do things that we think are going to help mass adoption, which we're big on.
Absolutely. So who was your favorite person meeting of the whole event? I have an idea, but go ahead and say.
I really had a good time meeting Catherine Coley of Binance. She's really awesome. We got to have lunch with her. I actually just sipped on a free water. But I made sure to thank you for that free water. Binance US is doing big stuff. We were supposed to have her on for an interview, but she actually had a flight she had to go catch. So she's going to be on the show down the road. She's already committed to that. And you're not getting out of it, Catherine, this time. Flight or no flight. So
tonight, I guess we're going to go do the boat ride around with the influencers, get some interviews there, see what everybody's thinking about the space, how they enjoyed the conference, and go from there.
That's it. Enjoy these interviews. Hey guys, we are here with David from Dapix. They are working on Fio. Can you tell us a little bit about what Fio is?
Sure. The Fio protocol is going to do for blockchain what the HTTP protocol did for the internet. It's a decentralized service layer that makes blockchain easy to use across every single token or coin, eliminates the need for users ever to have to see or know what a public address is, enables users to do things that are really not possible today, like send requests for payments, and to include information, metadata with their transaction, a note, an order card, an invoice, and do that identically across every token or coin.
Awesome. So you said a lot of words that probably would be confusing to, let's just say, someone that knows absolutely nothing about crypto. I understand what you're talking about. I'm sure my viewers understand what you're saying. One issue that Quinn and I have found when we do interviews with people that don't know anything about cryptocurrency is it's just that. They don't know anything about this entire space. So with what you guys are building, I think it makes sense for people that are already in crypto. How do you feel like what you guys are doing can help onboard new people that don't know anything about crypto?
Yeah, so imagine trying to explain to somebody who doesn't know anything about crypto today what it takes to send Bitcoin or Ethereum, and their reaction when you tell them what it takes and how risky it is if they actually make a mistake. That's pretty scary and confusing. With the Fio protocol, when it's live and fully implemented, the story will be you can now send money like you send email. That's it. You can send money and you can request money like you use an email address. and you can include a note along with that transaction. So that's how easy it'll be with FIO. It becomes very easy to explain to them, and people are like, oh, I can send money using something like an email address? That's pretty cool. How does that work?
Yeah, people are definitely already doing that with, non-blockchain solutions with Venmo, PayPal. Those are the type of things that people understand. Like, you just put in an address, and whether it looks like an email address or whatever. I think with crypto, where people get real confused is they have a public address and then a private key, and I think the normal person just cannot wrap their head around kind of the way that works. So that's definitely something I think is good. So, what wallets are you guys already integrated with? Are there any others that you're looking to integrate with in the future?
Yeah, so we have 28 industry partners. 25 have been announced. We'll announce the other 3 soon. These partners include companies like Binance's Trust Wallet. Binance is actually an investor in our project. Shapeshift, Edge, Coinomi, MyCrypto, Bitcoin.com, and many others that are working on and planning to integrate the FIO protocol. Many of them have already done an initial light integration for our FIO address presale. People can pre-reserve their FIO address now in advance of our mainnet launch at addresses.fio.foundation. And they can actually do that within wallets like Edge and Coinomi and Trust and others that have already enabled this, and several others are in the coming soon category that will have the integration live very, very soon.
Okay, so a lot of there are other solutions out there that do this, but the way it's explained to me is they're kind of like a third party. You got to work with another company to get this going. You guys work directly with the wallets, and they're all integrated. Like, you could send, if you have, I think you said the Exodus wallet is one you guys work with, or Edge wallet. No, they both start with E, guys. Give me a break, okay? But let's say Edge wallet and Coinomi, like, they sync together. Like, you'll be able to use one address to send back and forth between people that have those 2 wallets. Does that make sense?
Right. So within the walled garden of a wallet or an exchange, they can do whatever they want. And before the World Wide Web became really popular, you had companies like America Online and Prodigy that created these really user-friendly ecosystems that were walled gardens. Inside of their walled garden, it was user-friendly, but outside of it, it wasn't. The FIO protocol, again, back to HTTP, is that protocol that sits between wallets that allows a user experience in a decentralized way between wallets that's not possible today. And so, yeah, ultimately it works between any products, because every product in the world will grab the APIs and the software development kits that FIO provides. They'll be completely open source and available to integrate the FIO capabilities into their products.
Awesome. It's very interesting. A lot of people in crypto, they talk about the Netscape moment. Everybody's looking for the Netscape moment because that was the thing that tied the entire internet together, and it made it where, AOL wasn't the internet. I grew up thinking AOL was the internet. When I started using the internet about the 7th grade, like, I thought AOL was the internet. I try to explain it to whippersnappers today, and I tell them, it'd be like if you thought Twitter was the internet. Like, that's kind of what it's like. But I like what you guys are doing and how you compare it to the HTTP solution, because it wasn't just Netscape. There were a lot of moving parts along with Netscape that kind of gave the internet that usability, and it's definitely cool that you guys are working on that.
And Netscape is the user interface for the HTTP protocol, right? Without HTTP, Netscape doesn't exist. It's leveraging hypertext transport protocol to enable a web browser. And in the same way, we're not a wallet. We enable wallets through our protocol. And users use IP addresses all the time, every day. Very few users know what an IP address is, and they rarely see them. Public addresses will still exist, but there's no reason people have to see public addresses. And so we are trying to create that Netscape moment by enabling that sort of a usability protocol that can abstract away the complexities of the underlying protocols. The underlying protocols, all the ones that exist and will exist in the future, are critical plumbing to actually make it work. In the same way, underneath the web browser is a lot of critical plumbing and more complex protocols and software, but users actually don't have to know anything about those, right? That's the way blockchain needs to be, and it ultimately will be with a protocol like FIO.
That is really great. I'm definitely impressed with what you guys are doing there. I think this is something that helps with adoption, that can help onboard new users and make things simpler. So definitely thank you for your time. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and anybody who wants to learn more, fio.foundation is the main site, and you can see demo videos, and all the information is there at fio.foundation. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Guys, Quinn here with Mid-Earth Crypto, and
Corey Clipston.
Corey Clipston. I didn't know it was Clipston. From
That's right.
GiveBitcoin.com, IO?
.io.
.io.
Bitcoin.io.
All right. Give me a quick rundown, elevator pitch of what is Give Bitcoin.
There you go. What we like to say is give plus time lock plus educate equals Bitcoiner. And this is basically a scaled evangelism platform where you, if you're into Bitcoin, you want to get friends and family into Bitcoin, you can give your cousin Jenny $100 worth of Bitcoin. You time lock it for minimum 1 year, maximum 5 years, so she can't sell it for Ripple or like USD coin or something like that. And then over the next 12 months, we give Jenny an incredible education sculpted by people like Jan Pritzker and Safety and Amus and Stefan Livera and Matt Odell and kind of like the best minds in Bitcoin to try to get them hooked, try to get them understand it, and try to get them to go down the rabbit hole faster. So yeah, that's it. We're minting new
awesome.
Bitcoiners.
I have a question. So you say you give them Bitcoin, right? And you lock it in a time contract, I assume, and that they then are educated. How are you giving them the Bitcoin? Because we're doing right now a tour where we go around interviewing people. And one of the biggest points of failure that we found, even with people that are willing to accept Bitcoin, is the process of downloading the wallet, the registration, the private keys. All of that is just created. I've had 3 or 5 out of 10 people that will just stop halfway through the process and leave me. So how are you actually giving them the Bitcoin?
Basically, we try to remove as much friction as possible. So we're really optimizing for safe and easy. And that does mean using a custodian on the back end.
Okay.
The benefit of that is you can give Bitcoin, I could be at this conference, and as soon as we're live here in the next couple of weeks, I could give, $1,000 of Bitcoin in $10 increments to, 100 people, $10 each. Only the ones that actually sign up for an account and accept the gift, only then does the transaction go through.
So it's not like you're wasting your paper
wallets. You're not
wallets.
wasting it. Exactly. That's the problem with the paper wallets, or then, maybe you have to like maintain your key.
Right.
The gift is gone. You don't own that Bitcoin. You have no access to it after they accept. It's like a double opt-in gift.
And so how do they receive it? Just through an email registration? Or?
Email, yeah. So all you need is somebody's email address.
Okay. No KYC?
KYC on the receiver side.
Okay.
But it's Prime Trust has a good database, and they're hooked into everybody, so it's actually just a license upload.
So this would just be an email sends them a contract that they sign up for and
you just like usual, accept checkbox terms and conditions, enter your name, create a username.
But this is a way for you to be on the street and have it quickly occur and then
super fast.
That's awesome.
Super fast. Yeah, it really is like a many-to-many evangelism platform that we've built. It's like a utility.
Right.
We think about this a lot like Twitter or something like that. It should just be like that easy.
That easy. And who is we? When you say we've built it, who's the team?
Our company, yeah. So I mean, it's myself. We've got a CTO, got a CPO, head of products. Who's those guys both have multiple exits. Our CTO has built like a $2 billion revenue business.
Okay.
As a founder.
How long have you guys been working on the project together?
We had the idea April 10th, so 6 months ago.
Sweet.
And then just kind of like we broke ground after. So we did the designs in like May, June, and we broke ground on the coding July 1st.
All right.
So
as far as where are you guys at to launch point right now? Are you thinking another
So we're in
weeks?
alpha right now.
Okay.
So we have about 20 people banging around and sending us bugs and stuff, and we're just kind of like going through those in Trello as one does. And then hopefully by next week we'll actually have transactions live, and we'll open the beta, which is about 1,000 people that have signed up.
Right.
We're here at CIS, so if you're watching this like live right now, or as soon as this airs, if you go to cis.givebitcoin.io, you can actually get into the beta and be one of those first 1,000 people.
Sign it up. Use my referral link.
There you go. Yeah, you will have a referral link. We'll give you one. And then we'll go live to everybody probably in like 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. So in time for Christmas.
Yes,
that's
big deal.
Is that
So this is actually a really good point, and I'm glad you brought it up. So it is definitely, there is a give side to the platform, but we actually think most of the transactions will actually happen through the get side.
The get side.
So you can get Bitcoin. You can put it on your wish list, and you can tell all of your friends and family that you don't want a sweater, you want Bitcoin.
Give me
for
my registry
birthday,
in Bitcoin.
graduation, wedding, Christmas, whatever.
Cool.
We say, go fund yourself with Bitcoin.
And then the people could just send it the same way?
Yeah.
So a question, if you've already registered, say you're signed up and you have your coins locked in custody, can I receive more coins to the same address?
Yeah.
So it's not just one
it's just an account.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a custodial account at Prime Trust.
Prime Trust
is
because it's locked, right?
It's a Bitcoin savings account.
I need to do that for myself just so that I can spend my own Bitcoin.
People talk about it like a CD or like a short-term bond or something like that. Now, so the third way you can use it, so you can give, you can get, you can also purchase for yourself. and you can use the time lock or not.
Right.
And so
Oh.
we already have some people playing around, and they've come up with a hashtag called hashtag proof of hodl.
Okay.
Which is basically like you can buy Bitcoin for yourself, lock it up for 5 years, and then post on Twitter
I got you.
that you are actually
Part of the
proven to
movement.
be a
Yeah.
hodler.
Okay.
So
I like that a lot.
That should be fun. We'll see how that goes.
Do you think that this is going to be something that catches on as far as the way I think about it is a savings account? Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
keeping myself from spending my own Bitcoin, because for me, I'm in the collection
Yeah.
phase right now with a long-term thought of, 5-10 years is when I'll use this. But
Yeah.
I often find myself like, okay, maybe I'll liquidate some to pay bills. The idea of locking it
Yeah.
up against myself is great.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to push it super hard because like the education is all about. I mean, we really want to push people to be full Bitcoiners and take them on the path towards self-sovereignty. So we do a lot of education about cold storage,
Okay.
nodes, privacy.
Bitcoin only?
Coin joins, Bitcoin only, 100%. Yeah, we wouldn't recommend anyone do a disservice to their friends by giving
Sure.
them
Don't
altcoins.
Altcoins. So we'll call them a maximalist to the core.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a Bitcoiner.
Yeah.
I'm a Bitcoiner. You
Would
can
you
call
guys
me
be
whatever
open
you want.
to having Ethereum
No.
come in? No. All right.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just like, money trends toward one and network protocols trend toward one.
I agree. Sure.
Yeah, if you look at like, OSI versus TCP/IP, like obviously OSI was like way better, but TCP/IP was already entrenched. So I mean, it's layer one of the internet
Okay.
is TCP/IP. You've
got
seen
you.
that, modems and stuff like that.
Okay,
And something can't just be a little bit better or even 10 times better. It needs to be like somewhere between 100 and 1,000 times better
Revolutionary.
to unseat the
Incumbent.
incumbent,
Right.
when it comes to like a money or a network protocol, and Bitcoin is both. And so yeah, I mean, the way I see the space playing out, like Bitcoin has a potential market size of like 100 to 250 trillion.
Right.
I would say like at least the coins that exist today, maybe their upside combined is maybe 1 trillion.
Right.
For all of them combined.
Okay, so if your project is looking at a 1 in 5 year timeline, this is a question I kind of ask
Yeah.
a lot. For mass adoption, and I say
Yeah.
mass adoption with meaning we're all spending Satoshis at Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
What kind of time frame do you think we are for that?
I mean, probably like 3 halvings.
Okay,
So that's 2028.
20 I was gonna say
yeah,
20 years
Yeah, I could
almost.
see like 10 years
10
out.
years?
Yeah,
Oh,
because you have one in 2020, 2024, 2028.
And you think by then everyone's
I mean, maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
I think that it will. I think by then there will be enough people at the places that Bitcoiners would shop and people that Bitcoiners would transact with. I think the people they transact with for most of the things they want in
Would
their
be using-
their neighborhood or whatever will at least be able to price things in sats.
they'll know how to do it?
They'll know what it
Okay,
is.
yeah.
They might still have, they'll be back on the drachma in Greece, but like if you're at the internet cafe, they're going to be able to price it in sats
They'll
too.
know. Okay.
There are a lot of cultures around the world that have multiple currencies,
Sure.
and they're able to price things in multiple currencies.
And they have
I mean,
no
it's
problem.
basically everywhere except the U.S. prices things in multiple
Right.
currencies. It's going to be no problem whatsoever. The mind is very adaptable. You
Yeah.
can certainly price things in sats within the next 10 years.
For sure. Okay, I like it. Guys, give Bitcoin.io.
Give Bitcoin.io.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having
Have
us.
a great day, guys.